Hey guys, I just wanted to walk you through what's going to happen this week with us going into yellow. We're going to stay with this concept of A day, B day, and the remote Friday. We're just going to try to follow the same schedule. And obviously, you can work ahead of pace if you feel like you understand the math. You can slow down a little bit if you have to. Uh, I don't think there's anything, let's say, cancel that. Let's say that we do the PSAT on Wednesday. Great. If we don't do the PSAT on Wednesday, it's really not going to change anything for us. We have two basic assignments that we need to work on this week. One of them is 4.10, which you notice if you look at the assignment here, whether you're on the A-day schedule or the B-day schedule, I've scribbled out part of the assignment, trying to reduce and make sure we stay with just the minimum that's really required there for you. But you can see what the assignment is for 410. And then on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on which day you have me, you would have your review for the test and your quarter one project. Now that review for the test is really important that we get it taken care of because we're either going to come back on a Monday, Tuesday to take that test, and if we're back to green, we're all going to be taking it at the same time. Or if we stay in yellow for another week, we're going to be scheduling a time for you guys to come in and take that test in groups of about 10. And everyone's going to have to schedule a time to come in and take that test. So it's really important that we make sure we have priority um, to make sure that we get ready for that test because the expectation is green or yellow, we're taking it next week, so or in 2 weeks. So we need to make sure that we're ready for that that's that following week. Let me just show you a couple other things. Here in chapter 4, just to remind you, here's the assignment for 410, and you'll see the video has been posted. There's two of them. With you guys being at home, I talk about using the graphing calculator in class, and then I talk about using Excel, the spreadsheet tool, to be able to do the homework as well. I think you're going to probably have to rely pretty heavily on Excel, and that's fine. If that's what it comes down to when we take the test, I'll take care of helping you manage the calculator versus Excel. We'll take care of that. It's a minor issue. Below that, you have the Chapter 4 test review video with the physical test review. Again, normally I'd hand that out on Monday, but since we're not going to be together on Monday, I wanted to make sure you guys had access to it. So there it is in all its glory. You guys can take a picture of it. You can print it out. I mean, do a print screen and print it out, or you can just write down the problems and work off of the test review there. And then, like I said, there's a quarter project. I tried really hard to make sure that you understood what was happening with the quarter project in this video. Here are all your equations. Um, you just got to shoot me messages back and forth. Say, I don't understand. Can we talk about this? And I'm happy to do that. On that note, if you feel like you need help, you need time specifically to either come in and talk to me in the school. We're allowed to have about 10 kids in the room. There's also times I'm going to dedicate specifically to teams. So I just want to show you, you're going to have a link in this email that takes you to Mr. Welch's yellow schedule. And if you look over here on the bottom, you'll see a tab for each day of the week. We have class. And so, if, for instance, if I'm looking at October 12th, we can see there's first period, second period, third period, and then some blocks for teams and block for Mr. Welch to eat some lunch. But right here, you can see I've got this 30-minute window from 8 to 8:30 when you could write your name. Maybe say, okay, I'm Johnny Q, and I want to make sure that I have this specific time to come in and talk to Mr. Welch. I can have 10 of you fill in that slot, and I can talk to the 10 of you for 30 minutes trying to help you get sorted. I prefer to have you come in during your period just so that I know I've got room for you. If you look at it, I've got 10 kids in each section for 30 minutes. That lets me get through all 30 kids in a class if everybody wants to come in. The reality is sometimes you're coming in at 10 o'clock for a test in your history class and you just need to schedule a time that you can come in and ask a few questions. Happy to do that. However, if you come in during any of these teams moments when they're in gray, anybody who's on the computer getting help is going to have a priority. So I'm going to give them first dibs at getting help, but if you're around and nobody's asking for help, I'm happy to help, okay? I just want to kind of help make sure everybody's organized. And I never want you to come to the school thinking you're going to get time with Mr. Welch to get help and find out There's already 10 or 11 kids wanting help from Mr. Welch there at the building. So this gives you a way to look and see before you show up at the school, what's Mr. Welch's schedule like? Does he have time for me? As long as your name's on this list, you get priority, and we go that route. So, um, like I said, there's about 2.5 hours of time that I'm on the computer waiting for help, or waiting for kids to help, and the rest of the time I'm kind of breaking it up by period. Last time. If you come in and you want help during 3A, but your scheduled period is 1A, that's okay. I just ask that you get your name on the list and understand that I'm going to give priority to those kids from that period if there's a conflict and we have too many of you. If you have any questions about putting your name in here or how to manage the schedule, or maybe you just want me to help you with it, I'm happy to do that. Message me through email or on Teams. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. Good luck, and we'll see you in class.